DJ Promote. Y'all like DJ Promote, right? There it is, baby. Okay. So, on alone, that's what we are. Woo! Right? Woo! So let me show you the first type of aloneness. So there's that type of aloneness, right? When you're literally, physically alone, right? Alone with your thoughts. But then there's this other type of aloneness where you're more like alone among millions, where it's more of an emotional, kind of spiritual type thing where it's not necessarily physical. There may be a lot of people around, but you still feel alone. And I think the best illustration of that was when it first happened to my daughter. Now, my little girl is 5, okay, so she's, yeah, cutest kid on earth, quote me on it. But this happened when she was 4, okay, so we're getting out the car, we're on our way to the mall, and I'm pretty sure you've seen this conversation before because you've been in a mall parking lot with people that got kids. And so we get out the car, and I looked at my little girl, and I was like, okay, now, sweetheart, now listen to me. Okay, put the rock down. Okay, stop it. Get out the way. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, man. Okay, listen. I used to be a pretty chill, even-tempered person. You ever looked at your parents and thought, you know what? Something wrong with you. You know what's wrong with them? You are. You why they crazy. You understand what I'm trying to say? There's the thing. Shame they did it. Okay, because you made them crazy. Okay, so I was like, sweetheart, right? So I finally get her attention. I'm like, okay, now listen. And you've heard this conversation before. Okay, now when we get into this mall, it's going to be a lot of people around. So don't be running all off everywhere when you see something you like. Just kind of running off. Stay close to me. Okay, because it's a lot of people. I don't want to lose you. You understand? She gave me that look that every kid gives when they really not listening to you. They just know if they say yes, you'll stop talking. She gave me that one. I'm like, this is over before it started. So we walk into the mall, and sure enough, immediately, Daddy, what's that? Right? So she was, what? Ooh, mommy, buy me this. Ooh, look at that. I want a pillow pet. Right? She all over the place. Right? She's all over the place. I'm like, hey, come, get close. Ooh. I'm like, man, I must look like I'm a crazy man. I'm looking around at all the other parents like, how come you not helping me? You see this child everywhere. See, I don't understand that because, see, black people don't let other black people's kids act crazy. Right. He mess around get clothesline. They trying to say, shoot, you ever seen a child be like, now? They tell their parents, now, and then they laugh and run. That don't happen for real black folks. That happens just, boom, all right. What are you doing? Get up and apologize to your parents. I got it, girl. I got it. I got one at home myself. Apologize and shame yourself. That's how they do you. Mess around. Right? So anybody help me? Right? So I get this idea. Okay? And please be merciful to your parents because we just trying to figure it out. We're just trying to figure this out. So I get this idea, right? And my idea is, okay, okay, the next time she runs off, this is what we're going to do. I tell my wife, we're just going to duck behind one of the poles so she can't see me, you know, and let that panic hit her. You know what I mean? I bet you she won't run off again. That's what I was thinking, right? I think I'll run off again, let that panic hit her. So sure enough, we turned the corner, hit the sweet factory. Y'all got sweet factories out here? The big old candy store? Oh man, don't put that in front of a child. Ow! Like her whole eyes lit up. Ow! So she ran to the thing, and so sure enough, bang! So we snatched up and hid behind the thing. And she was like, Mom, Dad, can you Mommy? Mommy? And she did that panic spin. Mommy? 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 She did the spin. And I was like, okay, we got it. So I jumped out and said, hey! She was like, and then you see her whole little face just crumble on me. Right, full speed. I'm like, oh man, here she comes. Right, just, I mean, like 5 feet away, dove. Had to grab her. And she's like, I couldn't understand what she was saying. It was kind of funny to me, I'm sorry, but baby, you gotta use words, sweetheart. I was like, didn't I tell you not to run away? I told you to stay close. She did a little lip thing. Right, did a little lip thing. I was like, okay, you're going away. I bet you she never felt so alone at that moment, right? And it worked a little too good. I know it worked too good because for the next few weeks, when we were at home and she wanted to go to the bathroom, like she wouldn't go. She'd be like, can I go to the bathroom? I'm like, sweetheart, you can go to the bathroom. Of course you go to the bathroom. She's like, y'all not gonna leave, right? I mean, like, worked a little too good. But that panic hit her. That panic hit her. Where there was millions of people, but she still felt that alone, right? And later on today, I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about my childhood. You know, black kid. I'm from South Central Los Angeles. Anybody been to California before? South Central Los Angeles, black kid. I grew up in an all-Mexican neighborhood. Se habla español con todos mi gente. Anybody? Anybody? Wow, alone again. Alone again. Okay, yeah, nah. So I grew up in all-Mexican. I barely spoke the language. I didn't really fit in. But that was kind of my childhood. But I'm gonna go into that a little later. But I think the most, like for me personally, when I felt the most like emotionally alone, and it was specifically for the cause, like was when I got my first big boy job. You know what I mean when I say like a big boy job, where you gotta like sit in traffic to go, and you got like a coffee cup, and there's like breaks, and you have like staff meetings. You know what I mean? Like it's like a big boy job, and they take like taxes out of your check. What are you doing? Where's my money at? Right? So my first big boy job. And my first big boy job, believe it or not, I taught high school. I taught 9th graders. Any 9th graders in the house? Don't be proud of that. Something wrong with 9th graders. I think you're great. I think you're great. A little weird. Great. Okay. But I taught 9th grade, and it was my second day of work, right? So we were in a staff meeting, and I'm just geeked out because we have a staff meeting. They have like an agenda. I was like, it's so cool. I don't even know what agenda means, but it's so cool. Like we have one. So we had a staff meeting. I'm sitting next to the dude that hired me, right? He's like, hey, hey brother, I'm so glad you're on campus, and it's going to be a great time here, and we think you're a great fit to our community. I'm like, cool, man. Okay, great. So what do we do now, right? So we're sitting down, we're having a staff meeting, and it's going on, and then the vice principal, we get to the next thing on the agenda, and the vice principal goes, okay, listen everybody, we're getting a lot of emails and calls and complaints from some of the parents, actually a lot of the parents here about the science department, because we're in the chapter or the unit where we must teach evolution, and a lot of the parents are having issues with that. So then this whole like collective sigh comes across the room. Like everybody's like, oh. Like that was the dumbest thing they ever heard, right? And so they're going crazy, right? And then the guy that hired me sitting next to me, right? So he calms everybody down. He's like, all right, everybody, calm down, calm down. It's really not that serious. Basically, listen, let's just accept it. Evolution is a fact. It's been proven. It is what it is. We have to teach what we have to teach. We have a duty to these students to teach them home, we can't change their beliefs. They want to believe whatever they want to believe. They don't want to, pay attention to the evidence. That's fine. It's not our job to change their mind. It's our job to teach their children. Okay? So, now, have you seen that Twix commercial with, like, you can hit pause? You ever seen that? Right? That's kind of where I was at that moment. I was like, somebody hit the pause button. I'm thinking, does anybody in this room have an issue with what he just said right now? Like, no. Right? But look, it's my second day at work. My second day at work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just be bringing up stuff like that, right? So, it's my second day at work. I don't know what to say. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. And I'm looking around like, okay, should I, like, what do you do here? Like, is this the right time? Like, like, wait, am I, like, did anyone else hear that? Like,